Hi, let's just get into it. So this is gonna be a tutorial on literally how to start editing, on how to like go on doing on the After Effects, right? When you start a new project, start a new project, don't save. New project, right? It will come up like this. Maybe you wouldn't have a Flow plugin, don't worry about that. We wouldn't really use that right now. It looks like this. After Effects just looks like this naturally. Without obviously this, maybe just close the presets tab. First thing you ever want to do with any project you want to do is new composition. A composition is basically just the project itself. It's the resolution, it's the frame rate that you're going to be using, it's how long it's going to be, right? This is basically the settings that you have to do. Unlike Premiere, if you have it in Premiere or any other editing software, you don't really have to know the length of what you're going to be editing because you can just plot in the stuff and it'll just make the project longer as it goes. With After Effects, it's a little bit different. You basically have to roughly know how long it's going to be. If you want, so technically I would rather go for like a large number. So wait. This is frames, right? This is how many frames it's going to be. That's seconds, that's minutes, and that's hours, just saying. Maybe you just know that already, but just the same. So you basically want a bigger duration of what you think you're gonna be editing because it's always good to have a longer duration, and then just cut it at the end when you're finished with it. Then edit, and then realize you need actually more space, and you have to like it's a big bother. Just I would say nowadays edits have to be like 30 to 40 seconds long, or basically they're not gonna get pushed as much in the algorithm as some others. Back like 2 years ago, yeah, you could have a 20-second edit and do good, but let's start at 3 seconds. That's what the normal average edit is gonna be. That's the duration. That's what you put in. So 3 seconds. Start time code. Don't really bother with it. It's gonna start with 0, which is basically when it's gonna start. Resolution, put that in quarter. Okay, this is a tough thing to talk about because it really depends on your computer specs, right? After Effects, I've seen a lot of people edit on their laptops, and I just have to say, if you're gonna edit on a laptop, just don't edit, honestly, because I know this is gonna hurt some people, but just don't edit on a computer. Don't edit on a laptop because it's gonna be slow. After Effects really requires a lot of RAM. Can I even show? I can't show that. Okay, so performance, right? I have 32 gigabytes on my computer, right? I would recommend you editing not less than like with 16 gigabytes. After Effects is like a hog for RAM, right? It would take every single gigabyte of RAM you throw at it, right? So I would recommend with 30 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes. 64 would be even better. I'm trying to upgrade with 64 because it's really dependent of RAM. So resolution, I would say quarter, because it's the resolution. You're not the final edit you're gonna be posting is not gonna be in the quarter resolution anyway, right? So quarter resolution is only gonna be what you're gonna be seeing. So in quarter, so your RAM's gonna be in a stable amount, and it's gonna be quicker to scale through the timeline. So quarter. Frame rate, again, people confuse this a lot. People think, oh, why not edit in like 200 FPS? Why not edit in 144 FPS? My monitor's 144 FPS. Why shouldn't I edit in 144 FPS? Social media, so Facebook, Instagram, anything you'll be posting in, basically anything, can only detect up to 60 FPS. Can only, upload to 60 FPS. If you upload something in 144 FPS, it would try to minimize that and push that into 60, because social media platforms just don't understand and don't get why you should be watching something on 144 FPS, because most people are going to be watching it on their phone. And if you don't know, most phones, probably like 99.8% of phones are in 60 FPS, so you're not going to be even be able to see more than 60 FPS. So I would keep in 60 FPS. Don't edit in 30, don't edit in 24, don't edit in 20. I've seen people edit in 20 FPS. If you are, don't. It's 60. Just keep it at 60. Never change it. Right? Height and width, this is just the pixel width. So it's really depending on you. I keep it at 1080 by 1080, so it's just a square resolution. You can mess around with this and have like a bigger bigger box, but I just keep it on 1080. Some people, to be honest, this doesn't really matter, as long as it's not bigger than 1080 by 1920. If it is, then no, don't, because bigger would just TikTok and YouTube work in a way that if you have a bigger resolution, it will either go into a video with YouTube, it just make it itself a video, won't make it a short, and with TikTok it would just make it in like a horizontal resolution, so you'd have to actually tilt your phone and edit, which sideways don't really do and don't perform as well as just vertical videos. So keep it below 1080 by 1920 and you'll be fine. Okay, this is what it's going to be like that. It's going to be look at 60 FPS and 1080. I like 1080 by 1080. It's fine with Reds. These will probably might confuse you, which is just that pointer. I'm going to teach you a little bit more of the shortcuts on your keyboard, because shortcuts are amazing on After Effects. V, when you press V, you have a pointer. The pointer basically just allows you to click on stuff, so not much to do there. H is for the hand tool, that allows you to move the actual box if you have like stuff here and whatever. And if you want to zoom into a specific part and move it, you can move it with H. Go back to V, so a pointer. And zoom tool, that just allows you to zoom. Not much to do there. Sorry, I have a cough. Box tool, that's just vector shapes that you can make shapes out of. Sometimes useful if you want to make a mask tool or whatever. Pen tools, again, same thing, just with a pen, like 3 of those for you. You can bend it on, obviously, and stuff like that. Very useful again. Text tool, most important tool in After Effects, I would say, is you can just write your name, right? Mr. Bit, center it. Okay, so what this does, I do it automatically, so I'm sorry if I do something without talking about it. These are panels. The most important you will be ever be using is effects and presets. This allows you to basically just search up After Effects with effects. In the name, it's in the name, After Effects. Like, so most of the things you'll be using is effects, and design, and probably maybe character and properties. With properties, you can change the font. You can change the style of the font, the size of the font, the spacing between the fonts, the color of the font, that stuff. Presets, you talked about that, and then line. The only things you're going to ever be using is align horizontally, which just place the text or whatever object you have selected in the middle, and vertically, just basically put that in the middle. So these two most important things. You always want your text and anything that you put in the edit to be in the middle, because that's where your eyes go naturally. The tracker tool, we talk about that later. Character, that allows you to make your font small, just downscale, uppercase, small caps, whatever you want. Is that small caps? Oh, small caps. Alright. And then that's pretty much it for the text. You can obviously scale it up. So your keybinds for scale is S. If you have something selected and you press S, something called scale will pop up. You can just put this up, and we'll just basically scale your text up. Press V again to get out, and see scale. As you can see, there's a little bit of pixelation. Just because you're in quarter resolution. If you ever want to see something in full resolution, just put it here, and again full resolution. Sadly, text in After Effects is not a vector shape. So if you ever did computing in your school, ever took computing, you know a vector shape is something that would gradually get less pixelated as you just zoom in, because it's something to do with maths, but they're not vector shapes basically. So the more you zoom in, you will see pixelation. Like, it's just a polarized image. So put that back in qual because it doesn't really matter. And scale it up. Second shortcut's position, so that's P on your keyboard. Some of shortcuts are like easy to remember because P and S scale on position. Position just basically allows you to move text wherever you want. Same with clips, same with shapes, same with anything. So up and down, X and the Y coordinate. So move it, but most of the times you just be using the align tool, just position in the middle. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the basics of After Effects. Oh, keyframes, right? That's when you press U. Technically, there's no keyframes right now, so you won't be able to see anything. Text usually comes with. I'm going to show this now. Text usually comes with fade on and fade upwards. These are just, you can search these effects up. They don't come with any plugins. It's built in After Effects. When you press U, when you add fade in, slow fade in, or fade upwards, or fade up slow, what you can do now is just, it disappears, right? Press U on your keyboard, and you see these two dots on your screen. This adjusts on how fast and how long the text should fade up in, right? Yeah, so basically good, very good. Everyone uses the same animation. People don't really change it that much. Same thing with fade upwards. If you have more than one word, it looks better. Let me just missed a bit. So there you go. So yeah, it just fades up the words. Again, you can just change the position, how fast it pops up. And yeah, that's keyframes, right? You can do graphs, but I'm gonna do that in a separate video. Yeah, that's After Effects in its basics.